Welcome to the Zipper Merge, fellas.
I want to go straight into what we teased last episode, which was the vest article.
Oh,
Yeah, because I know you're going to have plenty of opinions on it.
bring out your waistcoats.
It's a waistcoat.
What did I say?
Wainscoat.
I'm thinking about the
Like
waistcoat.
the
Yeah.
wood trim.
Oh, God.
So,
Well, it's because I've been working on waistcoats this week.
yeah.
But anyway.
So this article we teased in the first episode, this should probably spread over 3 episodes. We're going to cover a portion of this today. This article was released by Esquire. I think I got it in October. It was a version of it was published in January, but then I got it in early fall. So it's actually called 15 Best Waistcoats for Men in 2023. Somehow when I loaded it, it changed the title back to the January part. But anyway, it's the same deal. So there's 15 waistcoats here. We're going to try to get through 5.
All right.
If we need to pare that down, it's okay. But basically, the article is going on to say that, you know, you're seeing this a lot on celebrities now, and I don't know that the waistcoat ever really went anywhere, but you are starting to see it a little bit more.
It did, but
I don't love the fashionista kind of lean that it can take on, but you actually have kind of raised my eyebrow with some potential here through a couple brands that you shot me, and I have to say I'm actually intrigued about maybe adding a waistcoat or vest, if you want to be plain spoken about it, into my wardrobe, especially as we go into winter. You know, maybe you don't want to carry that blazer into the party or the nice dinner, and you just want to rock. Maybe you've got a heavier fabric of your shirt. You can go waistcoat over it, and boom, you're done. So
I saw somebody. It was online though. They were wearing one like a tweed vest up under something just like this.
yeah.
So I put mine with it. It just didn't look right.
You can
I
definitely.
tried it and I said, no, I'm not. I can't. That didn't work. But that dude was a model. It worked on him. Me, it wasn't. The vest wasn't fitting near enough. It just no.
I can definitely see it with your hunting blazer there. to very much round out the Skyfall look.
Yeah. That's right.
Yeah. So first,
Aston Martin.
Yeah, we've got this article mentions Bradley Cooper, Ryan Reynolds, and Jason Momoa. It says the coolest guys. The lead off here. The coolest guys in the world wear waistcoats. I'm talking Bradley Cooper. I'm talking Ryan Reynolds and Jason Momoa.
Idris Elba.
I'm talking Brad Pitt, Idris Elba,
David
and David Beckham.
Now, hold there. Listeners, all these dudes look better than you. So when they look better than all of us. So that's not who I want to see wearing to be my deciding factor on whether a waistcoat looks good, whether a vest looks good.
Absolutely.
These are the top of the top, right?
Yeah.
These are good looking dudes, right?
They're walking off the photo
And
shoot
somebody's
and just
probably-
throwing the wife
somebody's-
beater back on.
Yeah.
Momoa, he's walking off that photo shoot in a vest and throwing a wife beater on to show off.
With a sweatshirt.
Yeah.
You know? But you got to find an average looking guy that looks good on you and then go, okay, maybe that'll work. Maybe I should try that.
Or he was already bare-chested underneath the waistcoat, and he did a photo shoot with the waistcoat, and then he just walks off the set, pulls the vest off, and then just goes bare-chested around wherever he was.
Like,
because he can do that.
Hang on, who wore one to like a award show? What's his name? Ass in the water, toes in the sand guy.
Oh, Zach Brown?
Zach Brown. Now he's wearing like these vests with no shirts on underneath. Like, put a shirt on. Bro.
Is he really?
Yeah.
I thought he
Put
was a
shirt on,
t-shirt and
cuz.
vest guy.
I don't know. I found a picture of it. Something popped up one day and was like,
Really?
it had him at like some, I guess, CMAs or something, maybe. I don't know.
I can dig the
come on,
t-shirt and vest look on him. I can dig that.
I can't dig that t-shirt and vest thing. Like a vest is meant to look, it's a vest. You need to wear it when it's a little cooler out.
But it's
right?
for a
Like with
musician,
that.
it's a little bit more of like a retro fashion look, kind of,
Oh, it is. It is.
right?
Yeah. Yeah. It's part of the costume.
Yeah,
We're not
fair
shopping
enough.
costumes. You and I ain't shopping for costumes.
You might be in this one
You
though,
know,
because this
that's a
the
costume.
lead off vest that Esquire went with is some cheap Amazon brand.
$27 costume.
Gioberti men's formal suit vest at Amazon. I don't think I'm going to Amazon first for my vest. Are you?
No, I'm not. I'm gonna look around. Maybe if something pops, I was like, oh, okay, but no, no. Uh,
uh, they're suggesting rich forest green, which is what we have here in the embedded in the article.
I don't mind the color.
Yeah, it's
I
okay.
just, I don't know.
I
Something
mean,
about that. Something about that thing says $27 on there.
forest green on a vest is very specific. I mean, that's gonna be tough to.
It's gonna be tough. Look, waistcoat. You know, these things are formal vests. Waistcoats are tough to pull off anyway, because you come real close to looking like a costume.
Yeah, yeah,
It's like one of those things you gotta wear kind of regularly, so everybody knows. Hey, he throws on a vest every now and then. You
yeah,
just do it once, and it's like, what are you trying to be? You trying to be Peaky Blinders?
yeah. To me, it's hard
Come
to
on.
pull off like any. If you're trying not to look like either a bartender at a decent restaurant or a sheep herder,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
that's what we're trying to get across here.
Yes.
How can we achieve, how can we elevate our wardrobe just a little bit and not look like one of those two things to every, not feel like one of those two things for one, but
That's
number
right.
two, not look like one of those things.
Yeah.
And number three, all the above.
You got to be when you pull it off. I mean, when you do it, you got to be. You can't just kind of walk into work with your new waistcoat on with your vest and just kind of like trying to hide it from people. You got to wear that some bitch like you've been wearing them since you were in 5th grade. Like you know exactly how to wear it, and it's the coolest thing everybody should be wearing. Like everybody, you gotta walk with that. Like everybody should be wearing what I got on. I
Yeah.
mean, that's the way you got to carry yourself anyway.
Yeah.
Everybody should be wearing these boots I got on or whatever it is. But definitely with this thing, it look it's never a bad thing to have maybe a gray one that you can throw on with a suit or something with a blazer or something like that, or even a dark brown, that can go with some kind of jacket that you've got. But you got to be careful if you just wear that thing no tie and a dress shirt, man. It's not gonna. You are gonna look like a bartender. You're
I
gonna
don't
look like a bartender, bro.
I don't know that I would wear it with a tie though. When I was, as I've been shopping for them since you've gotten me on it, I haven't thought about it with a tie because I want to be able to skip it.
You
I want to skip the tie.
you get a flannel that matches close in tone with it.
But the bartender look includes a tie, and that's why
Yeah,
I
maybe.
want to get away from it.
Maybe so. But if I'm gonna wear it, would it be nice? I mean, I'll throw on a tie with it, but like
God, oh, I'm good.
I've seen where they mix it with a flannel. Like, okay, that if you had, what color is that? That's a gray. If you had a flannel that had a lot of gray check in it and maybe some blue, and then you throw that on with a pair of light jeans or something like that, it's gonna look sharp. It's gonna go with your casual outfit. To me, it's either that or you dress it up. But I kind of do that. I kind of blend them a little bit. I'll throw on a tie with that in my jeans, or I'll go full on, like if I'm going to a wedding or something and you've got one that's nice with a silk back and it's really smooth, it's not rugged at all. Just throw that thing on with your suit and go that way.
This is $220 at Rag and Bone.
Rag and Bone. I've heard of Rag and Bone.
I've heard of them.
I couldn't tell you what they sold, but I've heard of Rag and Bone.
I think they're. I have to double check, but I think they're chasing more of a certain crust of hipster, maybe.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. We'll come back to that. But Rag and Bone, they were hammering my Instagram feed the entire holiday weekend for discounted stuff. So I don't know if they're hurting, but $220. Wow, for a vest.
I mean, that sounds like some Filson prices.
Yeah,
And
well,
Filson's going to be, it's going to be nicely made. It's going to be wool.
What is Filson? I noticed the Stapleton crossover with Filson. So
it's like an old company. I think they started out up in the Pacific Northwest making clothes for like lumber people, like warm
Lumber
clothes,
people.
lumber folks,
lumber folk
workers,
lumber folk.
you know, tree fellers and such.
I think Marcus King is into them too, but
Well,
Stapleton
maybe
chiefly. I think Stapleton in particular has a new crossover.
Everybody's
release
crossing
with them.
over. Who contacted who? I don't know. I mean, I'm sure that Filson said, "Look, Chris, look, man, you look like a man.
Yeah.
Put on some of this Filson. You know, I know you hadn't bought it from us before because it's really expensive, but we're going to send it to you for free."
Yeah. Yeah. I'll have to. I think I've got a email blast about his Filson crossover.
Yeah, I want a Filson garment of some type. I'd like maybe a jacket or one of these like vests with a lapel on it or something one day. But
Yeah.
um,
So, thirdly, in this article, we've got Prada, which this took me for a loop. Prada single-breasted nylon. I don't know what a nylon is, but single-breasted nylon vest, $1,020 at Prada.
and they still got their logo over the heart. Not on my chest, Superman.
This is
I don't
one of
want
the
that right
worst.
there.
This is one of the worst things I've seen.
No, I like the double pocket on the right. That's unique. Got a little double pocket.
Oh, that guy?
Yep, that
Okay.
looks sharp.
That's kind of cool.
But no, I don't want to read. But the people that are going to spend $1,000 to buy this Prada stuff, they want people to know that they've got Prada. They want people to see that logo.
Yeah.
If it didn't have that logo, they wouldn't buy it.
Would
Since it's got the logo, I'm not going to buy it.
Would you go shirtless in that?
Next question, man. You know the answer is.
But anyway, this one won best luxury waistcoat out of the three.
Hiding the buttons. See what else they did? They hid the buttons.
Oh, sorry. Rag & Bone won best wool waistcoat.
Okay.
And the Gioberti won best non-basic waistcoat. So
Here's what took me a while to find is the full back, because I don't like a silk back on.
Okay.
I like it with a suit because that's the whole point. The wool.
See, this is helpful for me because I had no idea you could get a vest that wasn't silk back until you told me.
Yeah. So
all I know of vests is what I wore to my wedding, my brother's wedding, and my 2 proms.
Yeah, the silk back, it's got the little fastener, a little tightener on the back, little cinch. And so I looked around trying to find something that was wool all the way around, because here recently, past few years, I've been trying to dig up, try to bring back old style man clothes, you know.
Okay.
And so I wanted something that was a full on wool. So when I wear it with a shirt or wear it with a flannel or whatever it is, I don't want it to look like, oh, you took a suit vest and now you're trying to wear it with your flannel shirt. That don't belong. You know, I just don't like the silk back when it's by itself. I like it to have that same pattern, whatever it is, all the way around the vest.
Question: was your personal vest renaissance your own quest, or was it inspired by either directly or subconsciously by marketing that you had absorbed through some of our friends and some of the folks we're shopping from?
I'm sure a little bit of both.
You think?
Oh
Okay.
yeah. I mean, you see stuff, and it catches your eye. You're like, man, I could do that. Maybe I could pull that off. I really wish I knew, because I got on a vest tear, and I don't know. I tell you what it was.
As we teased in episode 1 with the collection.
Yes.
The collection.
Yeah. I'd already had a few in my collection, but here's what it was. It started out with this wax canvas vest that I saw. That's where it started, and I was looking at that, and then I thought, well, that's kind of a little wax cotton, wax canvas.
So that's an outdoorsman kind of vest then, right?
Yep. It was quilted, but not the like, Southern prep quilted kind of, look. But so I got to looking around. Well, then I started hitting some Western style vests.
Can it be Southern prep without the quilt? Or can it be
I don't know.
Can it be quilted without Southern prep?
I think it can be. If I'm wearing it, it can be quilted without it.
I don't know. I'm starting to see that out, and it's got my eyebrow cocked. It's got my eyebrow cocked up and my head turned to the side when I see it.
That's what started it though, because I was like, look, as I kept on shopping, I would see these older like wool style vests, and I go, oh, well, hang on, that's what I want right there.
Yeah.
I like that look, like it's the 30s or something, and you kind of, to me, it's like I like to figure out what my grandparents wore way back in the day, and which one of those can you bring back, and can you reissue? Can you redo? Can you give it some life? But that's what started it. And then I just kept on going into a dive. And so finally, I found this place called the Celtic Ranch that sold a few of these. And now there's even more. So now, since then, you go to like Joseph A. Bank, I think, or Men's Warehouse. They now have one that's kind of Western style, and it's wool, and it's all the way around. Because back when I was looking for them a couple years ago, I called them up and they said, no, they're all silkbacks. That's all we offer is silkbacks.
Okay.
But now they've changed their tune. So was I ahead of it? Was I ahead of it? I think so.
Was I ahead of it?
I was.
That could be a soundbite.
Was I ahead of it?
That's a soundbite.
We're going to get Murph to do it.
Yeah.
Was I ahead of it?
That's a bumper soundbite. So, fourth in the list, best checked waistcoat is the Gant Glen check suit waistcoat. $230 at Gant.com. Now, is this the same Gant that got kind of big with like Polo and
don't know who that is.
Tommy back in like
I know who Polo
early 90s, late 80s?
Don't know nothing
that?
about a Gant. Nuh-uh. I don't know.
They were kind of on that super prep wave of the late 80s where you had, rugby shirts and
now they've come back. I don't know. I've never heard of it.
I don't know if Gant ever disappeared, but
I do know you can wear that vest with a lot of stuff.
Gant used to be something you could only get at the department store at the mall, and it was kind of like, like I said, in there with Tommy Hilfiger and Polo, and it was kind of one of those brands. Like for me and my family, the only thing Gant was going to be something that my mom got us for Easter to wear to church, and
yeah, it wasn't like I was shopping in the Polo section.
Yeah. So
no, sir. I never would have seen that.
Short story, long is that I think Gant is akin to Polo in that vein. So here we are. I mean, it's kind of a standard issue fabric. I don't know that I'd go $230 on that because that looks like what I could find in a tuxedo rental kind of deal there. So,
but you can wear that with a darker charcoal blazer. You can wear it with a darker brown blazer.
Yeah.
You can wear it with a black dress shirt up underneath, a white dress shirt up underneath.
Now that would be tight. Picking up that brown. I like picking up the brown. Yeah, that's a solid idea.
Picking up the brown in it.
That's a solid idea.
Now you got to be careful. If you need to wear that with a solid shirt though. I think that like pattern. You try to throw a check like shirt with that thing. I think you're gonna.
I like your black shirt.
You're gonna mess
idea.
up.
There we go, guys.
I almost bought a black shirt the other day, but I was too afraid to pull the trigger. I was like, I don't know if I can pull it off. It may just be sitting in my closet.
I think we just laid an inadvertent popsicle on the folks.
Popsicles.
Yeah.
Popsicles.
We just laid an inadvertent popsicle on you guys. So, second pop of the day, you've got a light gray large check vest on top of a black or charcoal gray dress shirt, followed by potentially a brown blazer. I would put that brown in like a chestnut to maybe camel.
Oh
range
yeah,
of
yeah,
browns.
yeah.
I don't think I'd go lighter or darker than that, but somewhere between.
I was going darker, but no, you could. Yeah, that was going to look good, like a camel or something.
Yeah.
But now keep in mind, if you wear that with a black dress shirt, that backing right there, that silk back's going to be black too, which may be fine.
Well, I'm thinking of keeping the blazer on because this is a fun. Like, let's say this is a fall or winter function,
right?
Or very nice dinner,
and you got your Gandalf the orange hat on.
Yeah. Inside joke if you haven't seen the first episode.
I want that guy to come on here and defend himself.
Gandalf the orange.
I want him to give some back, man.
I want a T-shirt, a marketing T-shirt with Gandalf the orange on it. Gandalf the burnt orange.
Oh God!
Stupid.
Oh God, just casting spells left and right.
Casting spells. Oh my, casting spells in public.
Yep.
I mean,
So many T-shirt ideas. I am a public spellcaster.
I actually went back to my photo feed to see if he was walking around with a walking stick. I'm pretty sure he had a walking stick that day.
It would have been custom.
But yeah, I know he was carrying the camera. Yeah. Carrying a vintage camera.
Oh God! Don't save it. Save it for my rant.
Yeah,
save it.
We can't unpack the camera right now.
Save it for one of my later rants.
Oh,
dude.
it's saved.
Store that away.
Oh, there's a big pen with a lot of Post-its on that on that one. Yeah. So
moving on.
Fifth one.
Yeah.
They even said this gray check one. This one evokes Reynolds and Pitt and Cooper for sure. Over a white button down or under a black blazer, you're golden.
I could see Pitt wearing that in Oceans. You know,
I can see
some
Pitt wearing
Oceans
that
movie. I don't know how many he was in because I think I only watched the first one. But
I can see him wearing that in the late '90s in one of his movies with some jeans and shirtless under it, or maybe a white tee with Jennifer Aniston on his arm.
Jay Aniston, still killing it.
Best stretchy waistcoat to round out our
Stretchy
5 best up to date. Best stretchy. So this is a brand that you've mentioned to me. Charles Turwitt Natural Stretch Twill Vest. Now they have shown up in my Instagram feed. Now that you've also mentioned them, they've got me intrigued here. This is probably not what my choice would be first for a vest. I'd prefer to go with something with a check in it for my first vest. But I mean that's a cool cut. I like this. What do you call it when you kind of cinch in and create a seam like that?
A crease.
Yeah, I like that crease.
Yeah, little crease right there.
Yeah, because crease pants. So I like that crease that's symmetrical on either side with the pockets. I like the symmetry of this vest. That could make you look really sharp. But you know, wearing a black vest only is going to make you look like a waiter. So,
well, here's where you're going to see a black vest pulled off in some cowboy shit.
Oh, fair. I could see
cowboy.
It with some jeans.
You
fair,
can see
fair.
like that's a black vest, some cowboy dress up stuff.
Stonewash or acid wash.
You dressed up, but you got your cowboy jacket on top of it. But I see a good bit of black vests being weared by people who are deep into the cowboy.
Being weird.
Yeah. Being weared around.
Being weird
around.
T-shirt.
Yep. This is what I wear it around.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's
only 90 bones.
That's how I see it. Look at them. They even gave you a little clue down there at the bottom that says don't button that bottom button. That's a little fashion thing I didn't know about for a while, but that's what's going on down there. Don't button the bottom.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be,
I did appreciate that tip in this article. That was definitely appreciated. So, for a waistcoat that doesn't feel too snug. So, yeah, that could be an issue for a lot of you guys.
I had to ask my British buddy how to say that Turwitt, and I still don't remember what he told me.
Oh, really?
I don't know how to say it.
We'll have to look that up because we definitely want to get pronunciation right. Charles?
It's not in the Mississippi lingo.
Yeah, it's not. It's not in the Nooga lingo either. So, Charles Turwitt or Tierwitt, if you're hearing us, we're gonna tag you, and we want you to correct us on the pronunciation. Reach out to us. We definitely don't mind it. Only $90, like I said. I don't know if this 79% off is
$90 is good,
accurate, but good grief,
$90 is all right.
Yeah,
because you're not gonna have a ton of these things. It's not like you're gonna have, unless you're just a dude that like you wear it. That's part of your regular thing. But most guys, you're just gonna have a few of these that you're gonna wear on occasion. So
right,
$90.